And after a long time away, I would like to welcome everybody back to the Silver Lantern Archives. Today, we are going to continue on with an Undermountain Odyssey. Now, we've been away for a little while, so we're going to need to hear what's been going on with our characters and why one of them has a limp. So, I'm going to give it over to Raven today to get us a heads up on what's going on. Raven, take it away.
Listen, listen. I'm fine. It's just a minor broken bone. Um, you fall 40 feet out of the sky and people start to freak out. We'll be fine. That being said, basically what's happened last is that we tested our mettle against the group of vampires that had decided that they wanted to see if we were, well, if we were all worthy enough for the rumors that they had circling around. On top of that, it seemed that they knew a bit more about us than we were at all comfortable with them knowing. But I digress. Um, we fought them. It was bloody, which happens with vampires. The party took a massive beating, but we eventually came out on top. That being said, when it was time to yield, um, not everyone did. Unfortunately, the voice of reason, being Raven, might have fallen 40 feet out of the air and went unconscious during a pivotal moment. And, well, Darius tried to attack the vampire king. We're gonna assume king. Um, Dinah lost her shit and got tossed into a wall. Um, Aelor tried to black up Darius. They were very quickly knocked the fuck out. Raven quickly was woken back up, and it was just a hey, we've proved it. We're done. Nobody needs to die today. Um, in which some lore was dropped in the hinting of that Raven's sister might not be where she's supposed to be. Uh, Darius needed to learn when to yield. We'll be teaching Darius when to fight, when to yield. It's a process. He's learning. Um, and then we ended up back in the tavern, Nightshade's tavern to be exact. In which time seemed to have frozen. The only ones with us were Percy and I always keep forgetting his name. The NPC that was with the bandits that we fought, that we rescued. He's now employed. He's a good spy,
Alvin.
though. Huh?
Alvin.
Alvin. I just need to remember Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Yep.
If I can remember that, well, good. Okay. So, Alvin and Percy were frozen. So there were some time shenanigans. So about enough time passes that we get a short rest. And during that short rest, the party feels some kind of massive power flux go through the room. But Raven is the only one that sees two very tall women start to walk into the bar and seem to go down into where Raven knows is Nightshade's, um, the entrance to Nightshade's office, basically. Um, so Raven started to follow, and then time picked back up. Um, But Raven kept moving because something was going on. It turned out that Raven was the only one. Raven found out shortly thereafter that those women were never seen downstairs. Don't know what we were seeing, to be totally honest. And it was pointed out to Raven that she was the only one that saw it. So yay for slight hallucinations. It's fine. But we talked to Nightshade, reunited him with Glow, who will be working with Nightshade from here on out. As she is no longer enslaved. She is now free to experience life to the fullest. But then Raven remembered her sister. In her defense, she's lost a lot of blood, and ended up running to go check on her, as we had been told that it had been about. We were missing for like 3 months, weren't we?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what had felt like but a couple of hours to us was about 3 months on the top side. So our companions that weren't with us waited about a month before they tried to go back up, but they popped out 2 months later, so they'd been only back a month. Things seem to happen in months. But so Raven ran to the church that she had left Luna. And apparently Luna checked out and had decided to go to this different one that she thought would be better for her. But instantly threw up alarm bells, as it was in the district that has a bunch of nobles in it. And the thing is that Luna hates nobles. And Raven knows this. And she understands why that this is the case, and therefore took off running. To the exasperation of a guard who was tired of Raven running off, as she was still covered in a lot of blood and is definitely possibly in need of medical attention. But she ran off, ended up running into a shady motherfucker who tried to mug her, but she held off long enough and screamed loud enough that eventually the guard caught back up and took care of him. And in which case, after that, he proceeded to then carry Raven to the next place. And that's when Thorin and Percy finally met back up with Raven, as they had to leave Darius behind, as in trying to go after Raven to go talk to Nightshade. Darius forgot that, one, we cannot bring unauthorized personnel down there, and two, that he had to pull the lever. So Darius stood in the fire, and this just in, the fire's still hot. So Darius needed a little nap. But
Yeah.
but all in all, Percy and Sornin met back up with the group at this one place that supposedly Luna is at. The guard was very like, visiting hours are closed. Go get cleaned up, come back by dawn, kind of shtick. And in which case, Raven was once again carried back to Nightshade's Inn, and then realized that Darius had caught himself on fire, and the guard from the second church thing had apparently been given a bottle, not a bottle, but some of burn cream, and was apparently told that I would need it, which was true because Darius needed it. So it worked out in the end. It's fucking magic and divination and prophecies and all that. So that's pretty much where we ended off. is the party was back together and we're all in need of a bath.
Yeah.
And
We
Raven's hiding multiple injuries.
we are going to start today back at the inn the next day after the party has had time to get some sleep, clean up, get ready. Raven, your ankle's feeling significantly better. You're still a little slow on it, but doing better than it was yesterday. As you come down, you see Dave, the Warforged. Yeah, the Warforged is already down.
He sees Raven, and he rather quickly hurries up to the table. Raven, milady, are you okay?
Are you alright? You kind of disappeared in a puff of smoke.
Yes. Weirdest things. I believe it has something to do with a rather peculiar temporal effect of some sort. I seem to have lost a little bit of time. But I seem to remember that you were limping. Are you sure you're okay?
I am fine, just a little sore.
Where are the other? Oh, there they are. He's gonna kind of go ahead and wave at them.
Who are you waving at?
Darius is in his room. But Percy's right there.
Yes, Percy is the
Yeah,
only other one
Percy's
down
right
here.
here.
He currently has his back to.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He is eating breakfast.
Percy, over here, yeah.
He looks over and gives y'all a wave. He has a mouthful of eggs and bacon at the moment. You can see he's made a little sandwich with some bread, and he's been happily munching. Now there's two ravens.
Yes. My token was messed up. I
Oh,
fixed
okay.
it. It's fine. Raven's gonna look at Dave and go, "Come on, let's go sit with Percy." He looks like he's already tucking in. Actually, before that, bang, 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 bang on Darius's door.
Darius is a cannon somewhere,
How the hell did it
and you hear scampering. Raven, you can hear it too.
Yeah, it's always it's
You hear the window open and slam.
yep, it's the raccoon.
Oh my god, what the hell?
Darius,
Look, whatever it is, raccoon. I'm not in the mood right now.
Raven's gonna open the door and walk in.
Oh hey.
Oi, come on, it's breakfast time. Get up.
All right. Oh yeah, tell Nightshade his furnace door is busted.
It's not busted. What did you do?
I went into the flame. I waited for the thing to trigger. The stupid thing wouldn't trigger.
Yeah, that's where you made the mistake, lad. You're supposed to pull the lever.
What do you mean? There's no lever there?
What are you standing next to it with Sorenin?
Yeah. Why would that matter?
Because he hasn't been approved yet.
Proof for what?
You literally made an oath that we made promises that nobody unless Nightshade states can actually know where it is. You're physically incapable of showing or telling.
What do you mean? I told the raccoon about it like a couple days ago.
He's either friends with Nightshade or no, you didn't. Especially know that you didn't. You weren't here a couple of nights ago. We haven't been here for over 3 months.
Oh. Yeah, I must be mixing something. Wait, no, I think I'm mixing something else. Yeah.
As you all sit in front of the table with Dave.
We
Darius,
found Dave,
your
though.
feet still fucking hurt. Your boots are of no comfort to you, as your feet are swollen and they are tight.
Oh, good lord, man. What happened to your foot? Did you break yours too?
Oh,
It's towards you, Darius.
he just
But
asked if you broke your foot.
Dave was looking at you as you, yeah, Dave was looking at you as you came to the table and he tells you, oh, good lord, man. What happened to your foot? Did you break it too?
no, I just lit it on fire. It'll be fine in a couple days.
I've got more of that burn cream that they gave us. After food. We're going to eat first because I'm not touching your feet before I eat.
You know, you could just go visit a cleric. You might be able to wrap that up in no time. You hear from Percy.
Nah, I'm fine. Besides, why waste money on something when it'll heal by itself?
Because we have work to do.
Because you got 30-degree burns.
I'll muscle through it.
I think
What-
by definition, that's not how that works.
Yes.
I do believe that's how
Yeah, I know.
infections work.
I know. But it's what you're supposed to do. You got pain. You work through it. Get the job done.
It is definitely not how that works.
Oh, it's worked for me. I mean, hell. Once I fully shattered my collarbone, I just kept going, and admittedly, it did take like 2 years to heal. But yeah, it's fine.
It shouldn't take that long to heal.
Well, when you're constantly getting hit in the chest with a mace.
I do believe the idea there is to not get hit in the chest with a mace.
Don't worry, that guy's dead. Like 5 ways from Sunday. Oh, not Sunday. But whatever the hell the 8th day of the month usually is.
Percy
Either way.
has his fingers
Dave
laced
is going to
together in
turn
his...
to Percy and Dave is going to turn to Percy and he's going to kind of like lean in and whisper to him, kind of like, Darius definitely needs to go to a cleric.
You can see Percy has his fingers interlaced together in his finger, and he's resting his chin on it. He just watches the pair of limping fools on the other side.
Why are you looking at me? I'm fine.
Uh-huh.
Oh God, what did you do now?
I don't know what they're talking about.
They're giving you the look of the fuck. They're giving you the look of the stupid idiot who managed to injure themselves. So what did you do?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I tapped my leg against yours.
I don't even flinch. You can roll insight. Just make sure to roll it privately to start. I said it too late.
Looks good.
Yeah.
She's fine. She's fine. If it was serious, she wouldn't be walking up and downstairs.
Yes, she would. If I know anything about Raven, a little pain's not going to stop her, despite it making things easier if she goes and get healed.
Listen, I am going to eat food, and then I'm going to go check on my sister.
And if she's in trouble,
Well, then I'm going to go bust some people's teeth in.
and if somebody takes advantage of the fact you can't move like you can't normally can.
He does have a point. That would compromise the situation.
More likely it's going to get Luna in more trouble.
She's going to huff. Let's go check on her first, and then I'll go see a cleric. Happy?
Yeah, we can do that.
Have you seen Cinna, Argos, Tariel, and Aelor yet?
No.
Another thing we need to keep an eye on.
No sign of Dawn and the others either. They should be
Nightshade
back
said
by now, but they're not.
Nightshade said they were on a mission.
He said they'd be getting back from a mission today. He hasn't had word.
Joyful. Alrighty. So, Raven's going to grab a piece of toast. Time to go check on my sister so that we can find everyone.
I thought you were waiting to eat breakfast first.
Toast. I'll eat on the way. There's too many people missing.
You see Percy look down at his breakfast, let out a sigh, and get up.
You're perfectly able to sit here and eat your breakfast.
Yeah, and what happened last time you ran off?
I got carried around by the guard.
Yep. Because Percy's gonna get up and follow you.
The buff tables. Percy doesn't know what fucking happened.
Yeah, Dave is gonna get up as soon as Raven leaves the table. He's gonna kind of stand up and kind of nod a little bit. And as soon as he sees her kind of limping a little bit towards the door to go and get some toast, he's definitely gonna flank her. He's very protective.
Fair enough. You coming,
Darius,
Darius?
what about you?
Yeah.
You gonna stay and have breakfast?
He finishes up and then goes.
Because you haven't even gotten breakfast yet. You literally
Yeah,
sat down, talked to people, and then they got up and left.
Yeah, y'all need to learn to stick with a damn plan.
Raven hands you a piece of toast.
Fuck is this?
It's toast. Put it in your mouth.
Oh, God. I'll pass. I'll just wait till we come back and actually get real food, not whatever this crap is.
As you are speaking, Raven literally just puts the toast in your mouth.
Ah, yes. Burnt bread. Classic.
Toast and butter. It's good. But Raven is marching back to that retreat.
There. Is anybody gonna catch Dave up on what's going on? And Blue? Or not Blue, Darius? Because Barry don't have a fucking clue what's going on. No, they're just Dave.
Ah, alright. Raven will catch them up on the way there of basically it seems that supposedly Luna checked herself out of the psych ward and went to a different one. So we're gonna go make sure she's okay because I don't trust that she went there on her own volition.
Anything from Dave or Darius? Team Double D?
Nothing from me.
Your silence is very
Have you
reassuring.
heard anything from your sister? Anything at all?
No, that's the issue. We've been gone for 3 months. Not like I can actually get communication down in the down in the Undermountain is difficult. For us, it was only a few hours. Up here, it was about 3 months. The fact that she didn't leave a note or anything, I don't like it. Something's wrong, and I know it.
Then yes, we most definitely should investigate. Do we have time to stop for flowers before we go see her?
At this time of day, no. There's nothing open right now. The sun's just coming up. I said I would meet them there at dawn, and as you can see, then you look, the sun is literally just rising. We can pick up flowers later.
Well then, carry on.
Oh.
As y'all continue on, it takes a little while to walk all the way there, Raven. As you're walking, the okayness of your ankle is very quickly becoming not so okay. Since you were resting, it felt better, but now that your weight's back on it,
Yeah, that sounds about right.
the swelling's getting worse. You can't put weight on it properly. You're trying to do it, but it's kind of making you walk slower. It's not good. You think last night's events also helped to exacerbate it when you climbed up the side of a building.
It'll be fine.
Right now, you are at disadvantage on athletics and acrobatics and at half speed.
Fair enough. Guess it's a good
As well
thing.
as with stealth.
That's completely fair and valid. So basically, I'm at disadvantage on all dex checks.
Save for sleight of hand, because that's dingies.
Well, yeah. Fair enough.
But pretty much, yeah. You're going to have trouble setting yourself against blows, so your strength-based ones are going to be pretty bad, too.
It sounds about right. I said I would go to a cleric after I make sure that Luna's alright. That's is literally the mantra going on in my head. Make sure Luna is okay, then see a cleric. Make sure Luna's okay, then see a cleric. I can push through this until making sure Luna's where she's supposed to be. Or at least where they said she's at.
It takes some time to get all the way over there, but once you do arrive within the front of Glimmering Mines, you see the same motherfucker in the same place. He is still standing in front of the gate.
March right up. Pulled. Hey, morning.
Morning. Looks like you kept your word. Good, good. The front desk workers have only just arrived. You can go in and see them now.
Hey, thanks
Was
kindly.
the burn cream any good?
Hey. That's one step in the fire and kind of jerks my head towards Darius.
Ah, yes, yes. The delicate flames always look so good to dance with. But you must remember, they are not your friends. They are a beautiful, dangerous woman, able to burn you up like anything else.
I feel like there's some backstory to that. But I need to go make sure that my sister's okay. So I'll get that later.
My wife was a fire elemental.
That explains so much. Raven's gonna go walk inside.
You'd be surprised at how much they spend on fire. As his voice drifts off, still talking as you walk off. But you walk into this very open area, very big, large garden. You see some orderlies going around with individuals, just walking them through the garden, sitting on benches. It's all really, really nice. And you see the main building kind of built like a Greek temple, large white pillars that seem to fit in this kind of oasis. You think even the gods could wander around somewhere like this. It is beautiful. And you can already feel part of your inner self kind of soothing.
Fair. Which means that there's no way Luna fucking checked into this place. If she wanted nothing to do with the gods and nothing to do with the nobles around the area.
Well, not necessarily that the gods are here. It's just worthy of something like that.
If it's worthy of something like that, Luna would hate it.
Yeah. You see Percy nod to the walls. Enchanting runes. Calming effects, it looks like. He says it in a really low voice, so no one else can hear him.
Fair.
But you're able to go in, and you are led into a room with a large desk. And behind it is a smiling blonde elf woman. Good morning, what can I do for you?
Hey, I'm here to check in on my sister.
And who are you?
Raven Bloodletter.
I see. And who would be the patient?
Luna Bloodletter.
I see, I see. Do you have any proof of familial connection?
Raven's gonna stop short at that and go, I mean, she's adopted. I'm adopted. So, and we're from a different plane of existence. So I guess the question is what kind of proof do you want?
Well, a notarized note from either a parent or official family member here within Waterdeep would do nicely. The census is always looking to make sure that our people are with the right people.
I can give you the copy of the intake of when I put her in the first place that she apparently transferred out of.
I suppose I can take a look at it.
I will just give them the copy of the paperwork of when I first admitted her.
You see her tap on her lip. Unfortunately, there's nothing in here that would allow me to give any information over. Is there anything else that can be used to prove a connection?
I mean, I'm willing to stand into a zone of truth.
Too easily dealt with and gotten around. What about you? You said you were adopted? Adopted by who?
Raphael Bloodletter.
I see. I don't seem to have any record of an individual by that name either.
Again, we're not from this plane.
Also, neither of you are written in as you're the point of contacts. Well, unfortunately, I'm not allowed to give you any information, but can I get a persuasion check?
Damn right you can get a persuasion check. It's the Oh, come on, you stupid cheat. Fucking load. And now I'm back in Nimmy's sheet. What the heck?
Nimmy trying to break him.
Okay, here we go. Persuasion.
But since you have this note, it does seem to be all in order. I can see the marks from the church. I suppose I could point you to the head doctor. They may be able to clear some of this up.
Whatever I need to do. I literally just want to make sure she's okay.
You'll need to talk to Dr. Althorn. If you head down this way, go. And she gives you a number of different directions, leading you into another building up into an office overlook.
All right. Thank you kindly.
Anything
Come on, boys.
from
Yes?
Darius or Dave?
No, Dave is just gonna go ahead and observe Raven just to make sure again everything seems okay. He understands there's quite a bit of agitative emotions there, but he doesn't know enough about it to intervene. So again, he's just going to go ahead and observe Raven and make sure that everything is kosher, like the situation is going at least not sideways.
Fair. It takes y'all a couple minutes to get over there. You see a couple more patients moving around. You hear the sound of somebody playing music somewhere. Surprisingly, you don't actually see many nobles in here. Most of what you're looking at seems to be adventurers of some kind. You see the handful of adventurers, or not adventurers, the handful of nobles, but they seem a little distant. Most of what you're seeing here definitely bear the marks of adventurers. Can I get a perception check as y'all are going through?
Just need yours, Blue.
Yeah, y'all rolled well enough. Raven, you're the only one that really catches on, but as y'all are walking through, you do notice something through a window, just briefly. Through one of the windows, you see it looks like what looks like some kind of patient room. And inside of it, leaning against a wall, is a familiar weapon. A long glaive that was first earned during the event several years ago where the world did its best to end.
Raven's gonna stop. Percy.
Yeah, Dave's gonna kind of like lean into her and tell her, "Happen, milady."
One moment, Dave. Percy.
Yeah,
Look through that window.
he does.
That's Senna's glaive.
Yeah, it is.
I don't like this.
No, neither do I. Go check or
I
talk to
will
the doctor
remain
first.
vigilant.
Dave, Darius, keep quiet, stay on your toes. Blue, if you said something, I heard you briefly.
I think you went, huh?
It didn't say anything important.
Okay. Come on.
Where are you heading?
To the doctor.
Takes you a little more walking up some stairs and into a large waiting room in which you see a set of guards standing in front. They. Where's their image? Oh no, I've lost it. They seem to be dressed in heavier armor, carrying a spear, and all have cloaks wrapped around their shoulders. You've seen a couple of them here and there, but they're more. They kind of look like suits of armor almost, and they don't move much.
Fair. Raven's gonna approach.
As you do, they move in unison, holding out their spears towards the door, blocking with your way with an axe.
Well, I
Halt!
mean, I'm approached.
Who goes there?
Raven Bloodletter. I was sent up from reception to come talk to the doctor.
I see. We will inform the doctor of your appearance. Do you have an appointment?
I'm going to assume that the woman gave me something before we came up here.
Yeah.
I just hand over the note.
I see. One moment, please. As he just stands there.
Raises an eyebrow.
You can't see his face. He's in a full helm. He's just standing there.
Yeah, I am raising an eyebrow. But
I
I'll
think
wait.
Dave is gonna kind of put his hand on her shoulder and kind of squeeze it a little bit to calm her down, but also for her to know that uh, Dave's got her back.
The doctor will see you now. He just says randomly. Then the door opens.
Okay, so Warforged. Got it.
So you are able to see a large room. You see at the other end of the room, there is another set of guards. These ones less heavily armored, lighter armors. They've got swords on their hips, but they look more like the orderlies you've seen moving around. And sitting behind a desk is a kindly looking elven woman, high elf in origin as best as your guess by her ears, and she has a soft, knowledgeable smile. Here is what she looks like. Ah, welcome. Please, come join me. My name is Dr. Althorn. What can I do for you?
I am trying to get some information on my sister. I checked her into a facility before going out on a mission, and I have just returned to be informed that she was transferred here.
Do you know when she was checked in?
here or to the original one?
Yes, to here.
Above table, remind me. Been about a month.
Yeah, I think so.
About a month ago is what I was told.
I see. And their name?
Not Raven. Luna Bloodletter.
Oh, Miss Loden. Yes, I'm familiar with her. And who are you?
The Raven Bloodletter. I'm her sister.
I see. The desk worker should have given you a note. As I understand it. May I see it?
I hand her the note.
She takes it and she starts looking over it. Darius, did you come in the room? Alrighty, due to some issues we're having here in the Roll20 and the campaign itself, we're going to have to leave it here tonight as we are going to need the rest of our party to move forward. So I thank y'all for joining us this week, and I'm sorry it's been so long since we've had a solid session. I hope you stick with us and you come to see just what kind of things are getting up with Luna. So hope y'all have a wonderful night, and I thank everyone for joining us. Good night.
Bye.